Awesome. Okay, I'm going to start the recording right now. So we're just going to get started. It looks like it is only you for now, Diane, and I imagine that we would get a few more people to show up here in the next couple minutes. But for now, we'll get rolling. So first of all, I know you went through Module 1. So do you have any questions, Diane, that you want to get addressed right now?
No, it helped me what you had said about just accepting everybody. So I've been doing that, been trying to go on more regularly. I know there's a way to just have them look through your address book. Is that something that you recommend?
I mean, it's easier. If you do that, you can import your address book and it'll just connect with everybody in your address book. So it's quicker than clicking on people's names, you know, over and over and over and over. Especially if you have like 1,000 people in your address book or a couple hundred people, so you can invite them all at once. Okay. So that's the advantage there. What do you use? Where are your contacts stored? Are they in like a Gmail? Or are they in
Outlook?
Outlook. Okay. Yeah. So let me see here. I'm going to share my screen. And let's see here. Where is my... Give me 1 second here. Okay, there we go. Are you seeing my screen now?
I am.
Okay, perfect.
Oh, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you, Andros. All right, welcome, buddy.
Weird.
It's exciting. I'm glad you. I like that you were driving and zooming. I like that.
Yeah, you like that? I was driving and zooming and driving.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to make it so I can do it safely.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, if you could, as long as we can hear you, I think that's what's most important.
Yeah.
More so than seeing you necessarily. So if you can just set the phone down, I think that'll be fine.
It won't let me go on speaker, so hold on 1 second.
Yeah, we're seeing the driving, the steering wheel.
So Diane, let's go back to what you're talking about in the contacts. So if you click on My Network, like I'm doing right now, I'm clicking on My Network on here. And I'm going to zoom in and make this a little bigger. Right here where it says Add Personal Contacts.
Yeah.
Here. So this is where you would import your contacts. So if you click on More Options there, you're just going to put your email address, whatever that is, or if you want, if you look to the right over here, like you see, you can actually import directly from Outlook by clicking right here.
Okay.
So where it says Outlook, you're going to click there. Going to open up a window, and it'll ask you to sign in with your Outlook information. But then you can essentially just import it that way. So that. And if you have any problems with that, let me know, because you can also manually export your contacts from Outlook to a spreadsheet, and then you could just upload the spreadsheet too, if you have any problems connecting directly to Outlook.
Is there a way to look through the list first before it doesn't automatically invite everybody?
It doesn't. No, what it does is it will
gives you a list.
It'll give you the list, and then you can choose who you want to connect with. Hey, Jackie, you're muted for now, so you got to unmute yourself.
Got it.
There you go. So Diane was just asking about importing contacts into LinkedIn. So we're just kind of showing her in the My Network section. This is the contacts import.
Okay.
So Diane just signed up last week. Andros and I did a chamber talk, and we brought in a bunch of new members here. So we have
awesome.
Some new ones to go with you, but not everybody.
I can't stay on the whole time. I have my kids. They're in the shower, so I thought since they're in the shower, I'm going to log on.
Okay. Well, since we have you on, I just asked Diane. She had a question. So this was her question. Do you have any questions that were popping up? Did you get a chance to look at the module 3 on the buffer and the?
Yeah, no, I haven't had a chance to look at module 3 yet. I went back to do module 2. I do have a question. Is there a faster way? Like, I just go on my phone and I just hit connect, like literally, one at a time, chicken pecking. But I mean, before I started the class, I had 3,700 people connection. Now I have 5,500.
Woo, that's pretty good.
Wow.
But is there a faster way where we can just do one shot and it goes out to, like a whole?
Yeah, you
the only way.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say the only way that you can really do that is by inviting all your contacts and have it go through your Gmail account, and anyone you've ever connected to, wrote an email to, it'll send an invite to those people.
Yeah,
that could be mixed, but.
Yeah, I just wanted to say the other way, if you went to My Network, again, this is kind of what I was just showing Diane, more options. You can import a spreadsheet. So if you have a spreadsheet, it doesn't have to be from contacts, whatever that, you could, and you could probably export your Facebook, you might be able to export your Facebook contacts. I'm not sure actually on that. But you can export, if you have any kind of list, like your email list, whatever, from any section, you can import that in here, and then you can,
okay.
In that way, you're hitting everybody with one shot.
We will.
Okay. So
we'll find out that answer.
Yeah,
we'll have.
Oh, okay. Invite my email. Okay, got it. Okay, I thought there was some website that like a third-party website that would be able to do that for us. But okay, I'll just keep.
Yeah, there are some. I know there are a few tools that can do something like that. Most of them are paid, but they're not free tools. But I can get you some information on that stuff. There's a couple tools that are designed for running specific targeting campaigns and things like that. Okay. But we can talk a little bit about more as we go forward.
Okay. Yeah, I got invited to a couple of Lions group, actually.
Yeah, I actually joined that one that you talked about.
Okay. There's another one I think they invited me to, and I accepted, and they're going to put me on the list, whatever that meant. So I said, yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So the Lion to Lion one, I got it. I joined that one myself.
Good.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then and I think this is a good idea. I started. How you can come into the search here and you can target connections based on specific industries, even with.
Yeah. So now I noticed that you can do that on the computer, but on the phone you can't narrow it down. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's more difficult on the phone. You can't get a specific on the phone. So. You could type in somebody's name plus you could put in a keyword and then hit search on the phone and it will pull up people in certain industries like that. So
okay.
if you just did a search and you put in you actually just search the job title instead of a name.
Okay, let me do that.
That kind of works because it basically pulls from keywords when you do it from a mobile.
Okay.
Again, the advantage of using the mobile is that you'll never run into what you ran into last month, Jackie, where you were.
Yeah.
Because you're one of the active ones that's really going for it here. I like that.
Yeah, I get a message that said basically I'm going to have to upgrade soon because of the actions I was doing. So
yeah, so that's and that resets every month, so you should be good now for May. Okay. But yeah, that's only it doesn't count if you're on a mobile. And
okay.
That's when you're basically clicking connect for a lot of, usually it's a significant amount of people before they get that kind of a message.
Okay.
So
okay.
The idea is they don't want you to be able to do all this for free. They want you to pay for their paid membership, of course. So that's what they're looking to sell you. So, but the advantage is to have the more reach is the better, because you can reach whoever you want without having to have that paid membership.
Yeah. So go ahead.
I was going to say, what's funny is I just sent Justin an article earlier this afternoon that the guy who basically founded LinkedIn, the original designer of it, said that most people use it wrong and incorrectly. because like the way that the strategies we're telling you is basically, he doesn't like that because he thinks that your network should be personalized. But I disagree, because I think that the more you spread your message by people who are interested in hearing it, and you lower those degrees of separation between you and someone who can make a decision, I think it's marvelous, So it's interesting because I'm mentioning there's two philosophies around that, but I personally believe that you should connect to as many people as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely say to connect to as many people as possible, because from maybe from a purist standpoint, ideally you wouldn't have to do this. But I mean, if you want to be able to connect with people, again, outside of your primary network, you have to do what we're doing to build that reach out. So that's the reality. So that's why we are very, very much for accepting every single person, because for LinkedIn, it's all about your reach. And the only way to grow that reach is to increase your connections. So for whatever intention he may have originally created the software,
exactly.
Yeah, the reality of how it works is you have to do what we're doing to make it effective.
Okay.
Now we're about to launch another module this week, another like small section. So you'll find that like in the beginning of the week, we'll release one section, and then we'll release another section a little bit later in the week. And we're about to release a section on influencers, which is going to be very, very handy for finding contacts that will help you with your delivering your product. So Jackie, for you have like a book that you're writing, right?
I wrote a book, but yeah, an online workbook. Yeah, a program. Yeah.
So so the idea here would be to find somebody who is in the world that you're in, and maybe they have a blog, and you look at their followers, and if they have like several thousand followers, you could set up like a co-interview. So you can approach them and say, hey, I'd like to interview you for my blog. The content would be great for your blog, so you can share it with your people. And so you ask them as an expert what maybe a question relating to your book. And that way it's relevant to what you're doing. You can push the book, give that article to them, and they can share it among their followers. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So what you're saying, whoever, like say, I like the people that follow Tony Robbins. So I would go to Tony Robbins' group and then find people that follow him and then interview them.
Yeah, you could interview them. So if you like just find a candidate who you like, they follow Tony Robbins, but they've got their own following, maybe like 10,000 people. Maybe they have a YouTube channel. Maybe they have an Instagram that's really active. And you ask that person, would you be willing to let me interview you? The article that I write, you can share. So you don't want to make it pitchy for your book, but you just make it more informational, like you're getting information, and at the end you talk about, have in your bio the book that you wrote. And so it's a way for them for an influencer will basically share your content among their followers. And there's something called micro-influencers. And micro-influencers are people who have a smaller reach. They don't have 100,000 people. They have maybe 13,000, right? But that's all you need, because sometimes that 13,000 fan base is actually more interested in what this person has to say, and then you need more reach.
Okay.
So anyway, the homework assignment for the week, and I'll get more into influencers when I drop this probably on Friday, will be to find yourself an influencer who you can connect with and write a blog that you can put on your website or your profile, and they'll be willing to share with theirs.
Okay. Now I have my radio show. Could I reach out and say, can I interview you for my show, and you share that?
Oh, absolutely, and they will. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, everybody, especially if somebody is an influencer, they're all about expanding their own reach. So you would benefit greatly from doing the radio show, having them on, and then giving them the link and saying, here's the link for you to share among your your
influencer.
people.
Okay.
And then, so it creates symbiotic relationships, which, again, you get then are known among a micro-influencer or several micro-influencers. Those relationships could start off where you two are just helping each other and you have like some great connection. So you never know where those types of things will go either.
That's a good point. Thank you.
Yeah. And Andres, what is the tool that is used for tracking that? What's that one that you were using again?
For tracking influencers?
Yeah.
I think it's called Buzzsumo.
That's right, Buzzsumo. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's the one that John Limbacher talked about. If you want to know what the top trending articles and
yep.
keyword and stuff is too, right?
Yeah, he talks about Buzzsumo is that's the one. Give me a second. I use John Limbacher talks about two. He talks about Buzzsumo and he talks about this thing called Traffic Fresh, but Buzzsumo is free. And that's why I want to focus on Buzzsumo. But essentially, so this is Buzzsumo, and you can come to this website. You can type in a domain or a topic, and you can find out who's talking about it. But if you want to connect with influencers, and you're doing, especially if you're a blog writer, you want to look at what people are already talking about and what they're already sharing. So let's like look at something. So you were talking. What's how about parenting? Is that?
Yeah, parenting. Can you write in conscious parenting?
I can do that. Let's just start with parenting as the first example here.
Okay.
Let me minimize that. Okay, so these are parenting articles that are currently trending on social media.
Okay.
You can see that this is broken down by type of social network. So I'm actually going to sort this. Right now it's sorted by total shares. So like the number one article here is schools want parents to take responsibility. And it's through Newsner. It has 2.4 million shares. The majority of them are coming from Facebook, it looks like. But I want to sort by LinkedIn. So we're going to look at what's trending on LinkedIn right now. And so the number one parenting article on LinkedIn right now is this one on the Wall Street Journal. When the children crashed Dad's BBC interview. So remember that viral video.
Yeah.
So let's
that's actually you bring up a really good point there, Justin, which is, for you, Jackie, since parenting is your thing, then, for you to comment on that, like, did that father handle that correctly? Did that mother handle that correctly? How would be a better way to handle it? Or maybe it's just like, this is funny, we've all been there. But basically, by you giving your own analysis on that particular video, since it was so popular, a lot of people love breakdown videos where somebody breaks down a viral video or a trailer or something. And you could do that from a parenting standpoint and definitely get eyeballs.
So how would I do? I go to that article and comment on it, or do I write a blog and put it on my website?
Your own thing.
Yeah, you'd write your own blog relating to this information. Like Andres said, you could write like your take on this story and like what it means for parenting. And then what I recommend is you click on this view sharers. This is actually limited to Twitter because it's a free version, I believe. Yeah, ideally, you want to find. The way I would look at it is you want to find parenting influencers on LinkedIn, and then you want to write this article that's already trending, and then you want to share this article with the influencers. So you get these trending type articles, you share them with, you would tag like the influencer with your article about this subject, and it should create a kind of trend. And if they like it, they might share it with their network or put it on their website. You can also message them directly if you've connected with an influencer on LinkedIn, and you could message them directly and say, I have this article that I wrote. I thought it was appropriate for your audience. This is a trending topic on LinkedIn right now. And a lot of times when you do that, they may be willing to share it because it's adding value to their audience. And then in turn, it's also adding, if they share it on theirs, it's a huge value for you because all of a sudden you're getting access to that person's network.
So is tagging on LinkedIn the same as Facebook, where I just type their name in? Okay.
It is. You just you could even do the @ symbol, or I think if you just type their name, it'll pop up. But yeah, or just do the @ symbol, and it'll work that way.
Okay.
So it does.
And it's cool. I mean,
this is, we're gonna do a whole we'll do a whole video on this. So this is kind of a sneak preview of what we're talking about. But it's the idea of leveraging what's already trending.
Okay.
Sharing content around that, and then sharing it with influencers with the intention or the hope that they're going to share it back. So by doing the research, though, you're putting yourself in a position where they're much more likely to share it back, and that's what we're trying to do.
Okay. What were you saying, Andres?
I was just saying that you know, there is definitely a rise of people who, if they like a story, they'll do something that is someone's an analysis of it. So, for instance, not that you would actually write this, but if you wrote something to the effect of, you know, this is what you saw in this viral video represents a much bigger issue, and we need to talk about it. Like, that would be the headline, right?
Mm-hmm.
So somebody might go, oh yeah, that was funny, but let's hear this person's take on it. Or maybe you have your own funny story about it. But you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you expand on something that's already being
talked about, you're piggybacking off of them.
Exactly. And so that's a great way to do it. And then who knows? I mean, you may even want to reach out to that person and ask them if they would do a quick interview with you on your show. You know, imagine if you were able to reach out to that BBC reporter and say, would you like to be on my radio show and talk about what happened?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
Right now, I would love to find somebody that's an expert on that new Netflix movie, 13 Reasons Why. That's the big trending thing right now in the family.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Have you seen that movie? Or the show?
Yeah, I'm very familiar with it. And in fact, if you find like maybe a suicide expert or, you know, maybe a child psychologist or something.
Someone that specializes in teenage suicide, what I'm looking for.
Yeah, well, that's what the purpose of LinkedIn is. So now all you have to do is just look that up as a keyword and start to drill down and find that right person.
Okay. Got
within
it.
a few minutes.
Okay. Awesome.
Let me just see something real quick here. Hang on.
So Andres, you're saying like I just go to LinkedIn and on the search just put in teenage suicide specialists?
Sure. I mean, someone's got to have that in there, or you know, teen depression or whatever. Just do a few of those various keywords. But yes, indeed, I'm sure. Like, if you do it right now, I'm sure you can find someone within a few minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, so let me come back to the screen share here. Let's see here. So for instance, if I'm in the people search right now. So what was the word you were using? Suicide.
Well, it's you know, it's about suicide, so even depression, but you know, someone that knows a lot about teenage suicide or prevention.
Okay, let's just look at that here. Here. And there's a there's a document that I have in the membership site that says Boolean search in the resources section, and it just talks a little bit about how you can do some tricks to narrow down keywords, like by putting a plus symbol, make sure that both of them appear, things like that. So we look at someone like this. So somewhere in this guy's profile, teenage suicide is appearing, and let's see if I can find it here. So here, like this guy is he's a volunteer experience specialist teenage suicide counselor. So I just did Control F there so I could find this in his profile because I knew it was fine. You know, it was showing up in his profile.
Okay, so Control F is how you find it.
Yeah. So okay. So again, so I did the search here with the plus to make sure that both of these words were coming in together.
Okay.
Find someone like this guy is a clinical psychologist, so this is probably someone that would be appropriate in Los Angeles. And then I can do a. So let me close that for a second. So I hit Control F, and then I could type in like teenage, which is the first word. And okay, that didn't. Let's see here. Now let's see.
You're going so fast. I don't know what you're doing.
Sorry. I'm trying to find where the teenage suicide reference was, and it might be
deep in there. Sounds like.
Yeah, it's probably. It has to be displayed here. So it's somewhere deep on this profile. Let's see here.
Okay.
Somebody, yeah, he put it. So remember how we were talking about that? Your profile becomes search engine optimized, and even your old jobs, you want to like, you know, put certain keywords and key phrases that may show up in a search. So this is exactly the reason why.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not sure why it's not showing up here right now. It's probably in one of the descriptions here.
Yeah.
It's somewhere in the profile. All right, let's try that. Maybe it's in here. That's teen line crisis. It's somewhere here.
Yeah. Okay. But
you get the idea, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, you have to display the text first to do the Control F search.
Okay.
So again, and you can do this on anything. This is not just for LinkedIn. This is for anything. If you're on any website and you want to search for a term, you just Control F, type it in, and if you look through, you'll see. So I mean, somewhere in here there should be a reference to teen suicide.
There's lots of teen, but not. I don't see suicide right now. Yeah.
It's somewhere in the profile. I'd have to keep looking. It'd take me a little while, but you get the idea.
Yep.
So sorry if I'm going fast. I tend to do that.
That's F5, you said? No, Control F. That's Control F.
Control
Okay.
F, like Frank, like find.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that's a good start there. So let's come back then to, hang on here, come back. So Diane, I know you're new here, so maybe we can go back to some more basic concepts too and cover a few of those. So have you? I know you said you went through the full first module. Was there anything else that was coming up for you, Diane, that like maybe I can address while you have me on the line right now?
No, I think, it's just, I need to do some homework.
Yeah.
I sort of started putting together the list of everything that needed to be updated on my profile, and I've got some work to do. So,
okay. Yeah. And again, like I said, once you've had a chance to kind of make your first initial pass at it, then Andres and I will create a video and we'll do a screencast and kind of go over our tips and advice for improving it. And then both of you will still have a 1 hour call with us too that you'll be able to use when you are available. And
that's going to be at the end. I'm going to wait to the very end.
Exactly.
Somebody else joined the call. Let me see who's here. Who else just joined the call here? 805-407. Who's that?
Yeah, this is Lynn.
Oh, hey, Lynn. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry I was late. I had a project going on today. So.
No problem. Are you on your phone or are you on your computer or?
I'm on my phone. I have my computer and my LinkedIn account. So.
Okay, perfect. No problem.
I didn't know exactly what I was supposed to do. So.
Okay. So yeah, we just did you'll get access to the replay too here, but we just did a whole segment kind of talking about ways of, if you do posting on LinkedIn and you want to write articles, we were showing some tools on how you can kind of find out what's already in the news or what people are already sharing, and how if you write a post about something that people are already sharing, then it's much more likely to get picked up by somebody else and help spread the message to many more people for the potential to go viral, that kind of thing. So we were talking a little bit about that. But Lynn, did you have any questions right now since you're on the call from the first modules or anything that's burning right now?
No, I actually talked to Justin today, and he cleared up something I was having a little issue with because we had our networking meeting today. He's in one of my groups. So
this is Justin.
At this point, I haven't really gotten into the modules yet because weekends are my busiest time. So
we hear you. Well, if you have any issues with it, or there's you have any questions along the way, you can always email us. Anybody can, and we'll always get back to you with answers right away.
And
we're going to be.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, and tomorrow we're going to be dropping the new, either tomorrow or probably Friday, we're going to be talking more about influencers. And so the week one, for those of you who are on week one, the idea here is to just get your profile a little more set and start connecting to people. And then week two, the challenge is, the assignment is to get an influencer that you can that can help you spread your message. You don't even have to offer them an interview or anything like that. Just connect with them, find a target, and connect with them. And that's the only step that you need to worry about right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I just got 150 new people just from the stuff I learned already.
Right. Yeah. That's awesome.
That's it.
I have about 1,600 now.
And Lynn owns Lynn owns the Greek restaurant in Ventura. If any of you have ever been to that at the harbor in Ventura Harbor.
Ooh,
yeah, of course.
I gotta go.
Yeah, so come out over.
Ava.
Righteous. Well, I'm up against the clock, so I actually have to disconnect. But if you,
I have to go too.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. But if you have any other questions, always email us. We're going to be dropping more information in the next few days, so just stay tuned and just do the assignments. And if you have trouble even with that, give us a call. We'll help you. We'll talk you through it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Justin, you can stay on. I'm going to go. It was great meeting you.
Take care, everybody.
All right, bye, Jackie. Bye, Andros. Bye. And Lynn, I just wanted to add that, and I've already said this to Diane, but I would recommend that you take your first initial pass at kind of improving your profile from the video modules that we have, and then once you've made a pass at it, then we'll look it over and give our feedback on how you can improve it, and we'll send you we'll do a screencast where we'll look over everything and give you our pointers and advice on how we think that you can make it better. But I would recommend that you first kind of make your own initial pass at improving it that way first, and then we'll kind of make edits and help you along the way. So we're going to give you that review of your profile, plus you get a 1-hour call with us at some point during this course. So we want to definitely want to make sure that you're getting full value for everything.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
All right, so we are going to wrap it up here pretty quick, but if you have questions, I would love to answer them. So we kind of these calls are mainly designed as Q&A. We do a little bit of content teaching, which we did at the beginning already here, but the rest of it is just pure Q&A. So if you have questions, I'll be happy to take them right now.
No, I'm not. I'll just spend this extra time that I have now to do that first module.
Okay.
So I downloaded everything, so I have everything there.
And I got your email earlier, but if you have any other questions or anything, just feel free to email questions too. And if you ever can't make a call, feel free to email me like a question that you want me to do like a screencast share on a call for, and I'll go ahead and answer that question on the call, and you can watch the recording later if you can't make a call also. So if there's something that you want me to, because we have, if you ever join these calls, Lynn, from the app, it's a full video conference call, so you can actually, I do screen shares and things like that on these calls too, if you're able to access them in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, I have an iPhone. So.
Cool. Awesome. Well, thank you, Lynn.
Okay.
And Diane, any last questions?
I think I'm good. I got lots to do.
All right, lots to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like Andres said, your homework is to try to connect with a few influencers on LinkedIn, and those, one way to find them is by looking up that acronym LION, which I talked a little bit about in the the intro course that you were at the chamber, which it stands for LinkedIn Open Networker. And when you search for those are people that are they basically are open networkers that connect with anyone. And a lot of times in their headline, it'll say like LION 20,000 contacts. So by connecting to just that one person, you are bringing in, you connect to them, plus you connect with everybody that they're connected to as a second degree contact, because you now know someone that knows those people. So you really start bringing in your degrees of separation very, very quickly by connecting with these big influencers. So that is the homework.
And okay, all right.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So then we'll be back on next Wednesday at 7:00 again. So hopefully you can make that call, and then and yeah, if you can, we're going to be releasing another part 2 of module 3, I think, in the next couple days here, and then and you'll get the full 6 weekly calls. So thank you for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next week then.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye, Lynn. Bye, Diane.
Okay. Bye, Justin. Thanks.